Welcome to the Miracle Mindset Invitation. I am so excited to be here with my beautiful team, Eleanor Hayward and Christy Holt and Erica Aguilar. We are so excited to be able to share with you some powerful teachings and tools from the Love Your Vibe Miracle Mindset that has been turned into a beautiful 6-month program thanks to Eleanor Hayward and Jennifer Hawkins, the Love Your Vibe Transformation. And you're going to learn some very cool tools that you can put in your toolbox, in your miracle mix, as we like to call it, so that you can have the best holiday ever. So you can have basically take your power back from anybody who's ever tried to take it from you and start vibrating at a higher level. We call that being a miracle magnet. When you're vibrating at a higher level where you feel aligned, authentic, fully self-expressed, being the real you, not who the world wants you to be, but being who you truly are, then we believe, and we've seen it ourselves, that we attract miracles into our lives. So right now we're dealing with a few tech challenges, but hopefully everything's going to work out as it's meant to, because we talk about being real, not perfect, in our group, and we are really, really committed to that. And right now we're just going with the flow, and we pray that you're meant to get what you're meant to get from this. So I would like to start with my story, an abbreviated version. My team has heard this story so many times, I'm sure they want to throw up, right, Eleanor? But basically, the story is one that matters because it explains why I got these teachings and tools given to me at rock bottom when I didn't want to live anymore. So I lived out of alignment my whole life. I wanted to be a jazz singer up on stage. By the way, I'm a jazz singer now, fun fact. But back when I was a little girl, I wanted to be up on stage singing and dancing. My father, who could sing like Pavarotti, never did anything with his voice, told me I couldn't be one of the women up on stage because those women were sluts. So I was shut down. I wasn't allowed to be me. I asked little 11-year-old Elvira, okay, daddy, I'm not allowed to be who I want to be. Who do you need me to be so you will love me? That's when the people pleasing started. Can anyone relate to people pleasing? That's when imposterhood started. That's when I started living out of alignment. That's when I wasn't able to be myself. So I chose not one, but two solid healthcare careers, first in cancer research and then in big pharma. After 27 years of that, I was bullied at the end of that career, which was my biggest blessing, because for 2 solid years, I was bullied like a 15-year-old girl as a 45-year-old woman. But it was the best thing that could have happened, ladies and gentlemen, because if I hadn't been bullied that way, do you know where I'd still be working right now? Big pharma. Thankfully, I got a chance to have a breakdown. My last 2 years of corporate were a total effing shit show. Depression, anxiety, panic attacks, bipolar, and my marriage was on the skids. And finally, suicidal ideation. I didn't want to live anymore like that. I thought my one and only child was better off without me in his life as his mother. But I was meant to go through all of that because at my rock bottom, I asked for a way out. That wasn't drugs, because I was a drug rep and I saw what drugs did to my dad because he lived out of alignment and he had a mental breakdown and had to go on drugs the rest of his life. So I knew it couldn't be drugs, so it had to be natural. And I knew, and it couldn't be therapy because when I was a new mommy, I had therapy for 2 years. It took a long time to be able to be best friends with my mom today. So I knew I couldn't wait that long. And so I wanted it fast. I wanted it natural. And it couldn't be any of the other systems I did because they didn't work anymore. I'd done Tony Robbins teachings. I'd done landmark education. I'd been Catholic my whole life. None of those, more toxic energy, patriarchal, energy systems worked for me. So what happened is at my rock bottom, I was ready to check out. I said, give me a way out that's not any of these things, or give me a way of killing myself. Well, guess what? I'm here today. I got a system, I got a way, and not only did it turn around my mental health quickly, naturally, depression was gone, panic attacks were gone, bipolar was gone, my marriage went from hell on wheels to heaven on earth. I also got to become a professional jazz artist at the age of 51. What I wanted as an 11-year-old happened at 51. So it truly was a miracle. And I was told it isn't just for you, it's for you to share with the world. I'm like, how the hell do I do that? So what happened when COVID hit was this beautiful lady you see here, Eleanor Hayward and Jennifer Hawkins, you'll meet her later in the week. They came together and they said, Elvira, Your way saved us too, and we want to share it with the world. So they created a beautiful 6-month program that takes all the pearls I dropped in my online course, and they strung these pearls with their own spacer beads, and they made this program what it is today. It's even better than what I channeled because they added their own magic to it. So today we have a beautiful growing and glowing team, people that graduate like Christy and Erica that actually, went through it and they wanted to become facilitators. These women just had their own sessions and they were amazing. If anybody's worked with Erica or Christy, please put in the comments what it was like, and Eleanor as well. And honestly, this thing really, really works. These mindset shifts are so freaking powerful. And this is why I believe in this, and I'm going to keep preaching this till the day that I die, that you don't have to be a crap magnet like I was for most of my life, living out of alignment, bullied with mental health issues. Today, I'm living my every dream. I don't work a day in my life because I am so in alignment. I am so aligned, authentic, and fully self-expressed. And I want this for the world, and my team wants this for the world. We believe that if everybody was doing their inner work where they got to get aligned, authentic, fully self-expressed, where they stopped being crap magnets and started being miracle magnets, it could be heaven on earth. And there's the mic drop. So I am so thrilled that we are here today and we are sharing these concepts with you. And you can learn later about how you can learn more of the teachings and tools. But for now, we're going to go through the book, which is the playbook, which is day 1. And we're going to talk about, when have you felt like a crap magnet? Well, I basically felt like a crap magnet virtually my whole life till I had my blessed breakdown and spiritual breakthrough where I was gifted this way, this modality. And when have I felt like a miracle magnet? Well, I won Best Band in Mississauga a few weeks ago, right? These are the miracles that happen when you live in alignment. And I felt like a miracle magnet then, right? I've also sung to Oprah Winfrey's man, Stedman Graham. Not only did I sing, I wowed him. It's all on YouTube. If you want to Google Elvira Hopper and Stedman Graham, you can see me singing to him and wowing him. So these are the miracles that happen when we get into alignment. Even if we haven't done our thing that long, we are truly, and it's our thing to do, we will get miracles. I became a professional speaker when COVID hit because I put it out years ago. One day I'm speaking in Dubai, one day I'm speaking in India. Well, when COVID hit, this amazing professional speakers bureau found me. I didn't even go looking for them. And so these are the miracles that happen when you get into alignment. If it's your thing to do, it will happen, but you have to have the right mindset. You have to be in miracle magnet zone. So, so this is, so I'm going to leave the last question for now, but I want to hand it over to Eleanor, and I want her to talk about when she was living as a crap magnet and what it's like today to live as a miracle magnet. And then everyone else will have their turn as well. And then we're going to close up for the day and come back tomorrow for day 2. So Eleanor, take it away, sister.
Thank you, Elvira. I'm so grateful to be here. And right off the bat, I can tell you that when I was a crap magnet, when tech did not go wrong, I lost my shit.
You mean when
And
tech went wrong, right?
tech went wrong,
Yeah,
it would
yeah.
make me, I would be really flustered. And I mean, like, I would like, and still, like, I guess I can see parallels with other situations in my life, but I get like that stress sweat and I'm like, I get really stinky. And then I can also feel like if I'm in my ego, then like if I'll get angry and I can like, and other people can feel my pointy edges when I'm in crap magnet zone. I can feel a flush in my face. My heart starts to beat. So this is now, I know when I'm in crap magnet zone, my nervous system is trying to protect me, but more than likely I am reacting to a fear that's in my past. I'm reacting to a shame that I'm taught that I'm not good enough. And if I was good enough, I must be able to work this stupid thing, right? And but I tend to overreact when I'm in crap magnet zone. But then I also, in my past, then I would drink because this sensation is really uncomfortable. So I would drink. My go-to particularly was cannabis every day to just kind of numb my nervous system and feel better about that. So you can drop a 1 down below if you numb with substances. And this is really vulnerable talk. So thank you everybody for joining us. The playbook link is in the comments below, and you can notice that you're joining us here on Christy Holt's page rather than within the event. We're going to see if we can get that aligned for tomorrow and Wednesday. So thank you for going with the flow with us. We are real and not perfect. And that's what it feels like in Miracle Magnet Zone when it's like, well, how much control do we have over Facebook and Meta and this giant behemoth of a platform? So we're just, and Zoom, we're just trying to connect everything so that we can get our message out to you in an accessible way. And also using Google Drive for the playbook. So hopefully that's accessible for you as well. So I described for me what Crap Magnet feels like. And I've been doing this inner work and becoming friends with my shame and becoming friends with my fear so that I can recognize that it's trying to keep me safe. It's not a bad thing. So to have more compassion for myself and helps me show up with more space for everybody else, that I can hold more joy in my body. So what does it feel like in Miracle Magnet Zone? For me, I'm learning how to embody joy so that even if my environment is stressful, I can keep my cool, that I can go with the flow, that I can trust the process, that I don't need substances anymore, that I can just, and then attracting other miracles. Like when I said, okay, I really want to do a podcast. Elvira and I had done podcast season 1, and for season 2, like we had a great producer for season 1, and he moved on to other things. And I'm like, well, I'm good with sharing. I'm good with creating content. I just don't really want to produce it by myself. And then I swear to God, somebody approached and said, hey, we're starting a new TV channel, a new radio channel. Would you like to create your own content and to share it? And we'll produce it for you. It's like, yay, that sounds amazing. Like, it's just like, wow. Because I was feeling in alignment, living my truth in my business, living my truth in my personal life. And it is such a blessing. So with that, and that's like what triggers and what activates me. So this is a really revolutionary concept, is that your triggers, what activates your nervous system, what makes you feel really uncomfortable. Again, this can perpetuate conflict. This is when people start to fight and they get into it because their nervous systems then activate each other when their egos are triggered, and it just becomes a power struggle. That there's this power over power under dynamic. So really what we're learning is that when we can learn to emotionally regulate and find peace and find space in our system, then this is when it's actually creating an opportunity for us to evolve. So this is a bit of a revolutionary thought. Thank you, Elvira, for helping us learn. And I can pass it now to Christy, and she can explain the concepts a little bit further so that you can reflect in your own playbook, and maybe tell us a little bit more about the playbook too, Christy.
Sounds good. Yeah. Speaking of technical challenges, today we had an example of that. So here you are witnessing us in our smooth navigation of things not going smoothly. First, I want to share a little bit about my story about Crap Magnet versus Miracle Magnet as well. And this is, let me paint a picture of my Crap Magnet Christy, because not that long ago, I was in a marriage that was very unhappy. It was very high conflict. I didn't feel like myself. I was struggling with what I call just a momitis, which was to say I had lost track of who I was as an individual. And I was mainly focused on, raising my family and keeping the house and keeping up with all of the things that I was supposed to keep up with as a mother and a wife. And I was anxious. I was overwhelmed. I was unhappy. The anxiety started and the overwhelm before my feet would hit the floor in the morning. And yeah, I don't know whether I should be proud or embarrassed, but coping mechanisms you spoke of, I watched the entirety of Gossip Girl inside of 1 month. I think it was 120 some episodes. Okay. So, speaking of coping, there's a wide range of things, and shopping, Netflix, day drinking with girlfriends, definitely were coping mechanisms that I employed, and they didn't work. So what happened was that they just made me stay stuck there. I was stuck in complaining, blaming, pointing fingers, and all of these things that didn't serve me. It didn't move me anywhere. It just actually perpetuated the pain and suffering that I was in. And everything shifted for me when I had this sort of like aha moment where I realized, holy crap, I'm the common denominator in these problems, right? And that is the pivot moment for me where I realized I'm also the common solution, right? For all of the problems that I was involved in, I was the one who was going to be able to get myself out. And I had spent all of this time waiting for, life to change around me and my ex to change and circumstances to be different, or just, someone to come and save me. and no one came to save me. So at one point, I really decided I'm gonna save myself. And that's when I started to shift. I started to take radical responsibility for my involvement. And it's important here not to take too much over responsibility for things that aren't yours, which is a slippery slope for people like me who were people pleasers at the time, especially. But by taking radical responsibility for myself, choosing me, leaning into getting to know who I was, that's what shifted me more towards the miracle magnet side of things. And now I have so many tools in my toolbox, and I love sharing those with people because I can see the magic that people have even before they do. And it's absolutely wonderful to be able to help people tap into that. And that's what this is really all about, is helping you to move along. And let's just be really clear here about a couple of things. Number one, we're not eliminating your problems. We're humans. We're going to keep humaning. People around us are going to keep humaning. Life is going to continue to life. This isn't about, quieting your mind down to the point of nothing and having a perfect life. This is about riding the waves. This is about navigating life's chaos as it happens around us with grace and confidence, right? So this is so important to me because I am so passionate about sharing that mess that I had. I turned it into my message. And that's why I love to share, because I know that, and I'm seeing in the comments too, people are, yes, I relate to that. This is resonating with me. Yes, this is why we tell our stories. This is why we take that mess. We can, alchemize it into a message, and then we can share that with other people and bring them with us, so invitation, this community is so incredible. And this is the focus really over our 3 days, is about the beauty of doing life in community. And without community, it's just more challenging. And it's not to say you can't do it, but we're really not meant to do life alone. While this is inner work, and no one can do the inner work but you, we're not meant to do it alone. And that's why we were so passionate about inviting people out here to hear what this is about, to hear about this community, and to lovingly invite you to join us in this community over the next few days. And if it's a fit, beyond that. So obviously we have a lot of really exciting things coming down the pipes for you. And in the playbook, there is an invitation, and I'm going to pass it off to Erica right away to share her goodness as well. But there are a couple of questions for you to ponder there, right? An invitation for you to reflect on your life. What is your experience like for being in the crap magnet zone? What does that look like for you, right? Because everyone's different. We're all unique, and we all have our own perspectives. And the miracle is in the perspective shift. So what does your miracle mindset look and feel like? And how can you choose that over and over and over when possible, right? That's how we navigate this without losing our cool, without slipping into ego. It's really just awareness and choosing it. So I am going to invite Erica to take over from here and share a little bit more about your story. And then maybe you'll let everyone know a little bit about the good opportunities they have to participate in this event.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Isn't this wonderful? Thank you so much for everything that you share. And I just want to show you something. Isn't this so beautiful and colorful? Look at the playbook. If you did not download the playbook, you definitely want to keep a copy of this, because you can print as many copies as you want, and you can work at as many different ideas that you might have, and then you might come back to it in a couple of weeks and say, okay, this is what I was thinking about, have a different idea. What else would you like to bring into this scale, for example? And talking about being real and not perfect with a technical here. So problems that we have a little bit, I will say that for me, being in a crap magnet zone, when I realized is that when I was not being authentic. And because I realized that when you are authentic, your real is even more joyful. You are more happy. You are like, people around you, they're going to notice the difference. The impact that you have on others is going to be shown. And this is where community comes, because what happens if I will do my inner work by myself, but I don't really know what is the impact that I'm having in others around me? So the only when I come out in the world and then I'm in front of other people, that's when I will know exactly, okay, now I see I do not align with people that I used to align. Now, being in community with people that all of us, we have the same interest into our inner work and making the world a better place because of the impact that our selves are going to have, then that is it's another level of personal development. And for sure, like when I said about not feeling authentic, is trying or being the person trying to fit into what is society standards. That's when I realized this is really not me, but I never really questioned. If you are somebody who perhaps was raised in a community, in a culture where you feel like you know A, B, C, those are the things that you're going to do in your life, just like Elvira was sharing, Christy and Eleanor here. And then at one point in your life, you're like, this doesn't feel at all like me. There are some people that are super happy and like that because that's their authentic. If that they don't know different, because we cannot only also decide, we don't want to decide what is authentic for others because only we know that. And if it didn't feel authentic, then I start getting into personal development. And at one point I came across what it is, the Love Your Vibe. And after that, with the 6-month program, it was just like a total different experience that I have compared to any other programs that I have done before. And it was a lot of self-discovery. It was a lot of things that intrinsic, and I practiced self-love so much, self-compassion. I discovered what it was, radical responsibility, just like Christy mentioned here, and many, many other things like the teachings and tools that we have and that we use, and they're part of the program. They're just like anybody who have gone through that. If you have, and if you are right now watching on Facebook, you can tap there, like if you already took the program, if you're interested about this, if you already downloaded this playbook and you went through it and something resonated with you different than an idea that you had previously, let us know, because we wanted to know who we're talking to. We wanted to know who is here watching us and what it will be the best way to communicate with you as well. And also, if we were invited from one of us from the team, let us know there in the chat so that we also wanted to get back to you and contact you if you have any questions. So you can contact us if you have any questions in regard to how do you, if you can see here, and I'm sure you also have some little notes. So then, because even though I've been doing this for about 2-3 years, I may still go back into, oh yes, now I remember. And now I'm with surprise. That is true, because being authentic, it's by default in a way right now. And just like we have said, it had been said, being going back into a crowd management because situations that happen in life, but the sooner that I catch myself far away from where I want to be, and then I put myself and I use the tools that I already learned to get myself to where I want to be, where I know that I'm more joyful, where I'm happy, where I just like truly myself authentically, then this is a good reminder. And like I said, it's a tool. So, and you can also join us. We are going to have the link there. We have a private group for the community and Miracle Mindset Song, and you definitely wanted to be part of that because there's so many goodies that are shared every single day. So we can wait to have you in our community and come back tomorrow. But Elvira is gonna close us here. I'm just looking at the time and this
Thank you.
to make sure that I know you are having lunch with us. But thank you so much.
Thank you, Erica. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Eleanor. Oh my gosh, you guys are so amazing. And I just feel so, my heart is so full as I watch you. You've taken these teachings and tools, you've applied them to your lives, you've grown. I've seen you all blossom into more of yourselves, right? The more we can be ourselves, the more aligned, authentic, fully self-expressed we are, the better the world is, because they get all of us, right? Like when I became a jazz singer at 51, when I had the courage to get out of my own effing way, as I like to say, effing stands for fear and ego, to become who I truly am. Do you know what that did for my marriage? it totally took it to the next level. My husband actually was a huge jazz fan since he was in high school, and now having the jazz singer wife who is fully self-expressed, he got all of me, and our marriage just really took off, right? So the more you can be, the more people get all of you. I just really want to, make that point. And yes, and so please join the MMZ. If one of our, by the way, shout out to team Love Your Vibe. I know they're in the chat, and if one of you can put the MMZ zone so that other people can join, that would be fantastic. And then there is going to be there's an early bird discount as well. I don't know who wants to speak to that, but maybe we can. Did you want to talk about the early bird discount, Christy?
Yeah, sure. I absolutely can. So you may have noticed if you downloaded your playbook that there are some instructions in there for you to participate. And like we mentioned, participating, this is as much for you as it is for us. We want you to get a bit of a transformation this week. We know it's possible. And so we invite you to work through the playbook. And you'll notice at the end, there is an invitation to share your biggest insight or aha. Now, you're welcome to be as vulnerable as you are comfortable with in sharing this. And if you would like to take advantage of a 10% early bird discount on our upcoming, there are a bunch of us offering upcoming 6-month programs in January. If you would like a 10% discount on your 6-month program, all you need to do is complete the third, I think it's the third page, maybe it's the 5th page. It'll be obvious in the playbook. I think it's the day 3 page anyways. It might be page 5 for day 3. And submit it to the Miracle Mindset mentor of your choice. It could be any of us. And share it inside of the group, and we will make sure that you get the early bird discount code so that you can enroll for this incredible program in the new year. And the deadline for that is December 22nd. So just, you do have a little bit of time. If you're catching this on replay and you're not here live, I hope that you can hop on and catch up and see us tomorrow. But if not, that's okay. We will be sharing these throughout the month of December, I'm sure. We just want you to get that little transformation, that little perspective shift. So
fantastic.
Can I also really quickly, since I'm on here anyways, talking, I just want to share, make sure that you come back tomorrow. We're going to be talking about boundaries. And this is a crucial topic for everyone, especially around the holidays. So we planned this with the holidays in mind and wanting to give you something really tangible that you can take into your life and really put into practice right away to make your holiday season that much more peaceful and enjoyable. So just want to invite you back tomorrow to join us for that conversation. And thank you all so much. There have been a ton of you coming through here today. I'm sure there will be a lot of you on the replay. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, thank you. And put hashtag replay if you're watching it on replay. Thank you for all that information, Christy. So grateful. You guys pulled this all together. I just show up and talk, but you guys did all the work, and I'm so grateful for the 3 of you, and grateful for my team that's below. Grateful for all the other mentors, because there's mentors beyond Christy and Erica and Eleanor as the lead mentor. So you can do your inner work with whoever resonates with you, right? Your story, your message, and your magic gives others hits, hope, inspiration, and tools, right? So what people do is they facilitate using my modality, but then they can also share their own modalities on my platform, right? So a lot of you are light and shadow workers. You've had a transformation yourselves, and you might want to talk about joining the team if you want to have another vehicle to help you get your magic out into the world. And it's a turnkey operation. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. So please talk to me if that speaks to you. So that is how we're going to help humanity to do their inner work, as our group is growing. And so I am so grateful to be here with all of you. Thank you for hopping on. Ask us anything, and we are excited to share with you about boundaries tomorrow. Like Christy said, good stuff to have over the holidays. So I'm just going to wrap it up and say thank you once again, ladies. This was so much fun. In the midst of all the chaos with the tech, we just showed up and shined anyway, right? So yay. All right. So we will see you tomorrow. Take care. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Bye.